This is Chris Kent with your upper body circuit training demonstration. Now when we're talking about circuit training or interval training in the context of fat loss, one of the traps that we fall into is doing things at a very high intensity where when you're on a low carb diet, you're tired afterwards, you feel like you've kind of jolted your head and you're kind of off for the rest of the day. When the purpose of doing this stuff is not to really get your heart rate up really high and kind of fatigue you. It's simply deplete what we call muscle glycogen or carbohydrates from our muscles. And really, I mean, you want to maintain a decent level of intensity, but it doesn't have to be to the point where your heart is beating out of its chest or out of your chest and you're about to die. And with that in mind, we're just going to pick an exercise for each upper body muscle group and to deplete them of glycogen and perform anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds, or in this example I'm just going to do 15 reps. Alright, so I've got we want to just choose exercises that are fairly easy and fairly accessible. So I've got a bent over row here, right, and I'm pulling from the top. This is called vertical pulling motion. Alright, so I'm kind of getting more pulling from high to low here. You can also come down into your knees. Again, I'm just going to do this from anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. Okay, that would be a vertical pull. We've also got a horizontal pulling motion, which is kind of in this plane versus this plane. So I'm going to do just an inverted row, from anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. For pushing, for a horizontal push, I've got something like a push-up. Again, you can do it on a bench, make it a little bit easier. This doesn't have to be maximal intensity. Okay, and for a vertical pushing motion, we could do something like a lateral raise, where you're just coming up and down, or an overhead press, where you're just alternating. Generally with these exercises, we want to make them fairly simple. So something like a lateral raise is perfect because it's an isolation exercise, but with this, it doesn't really matter. You just want to get your time in. For the biceps, we could go a little bit heavier. We could do something like a dumbbell bicep curl, maybe a hammer curl. 30 seconds, and then something like a tricep overhead extension, 30 seconds on each side, or you can do kickbacks. Really any exercise will do as long as you can start to feel that burn in your muscles. Simply perform that as a full body circuit or upper body circuit. Go through that 3 to 4 times. Muscle glycogen will be depleted, and that's your workout for the day.